Good morning and good morning to you all. Welcome to this Tuesday's episode of Good Morning Tottenham away. Guys, not the game that we could have imagined. No way on earth. Not just the result. How do you even begin to break this up? You know, the sendings off, the injuries, and then it's just like, in the end, we just with 9 men, we just completely run out of steam, which is when they pumped, the third and the fourth one in. Up until the 2-1, we're still very much in the game. With a little bit of luck with Dyer's decision. We're talking about millimetres here. Millimetres for Dyer's goal being given. Millimetres with Bentancur with his header just past the post. We're talking, it was all about millimetres in that sense. And in the end, look, what can you do? I could be talking here like Arteta and say it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing. But at the end of the day, the thing is, if we're going to... listen, you can't always go down the route of saying VAR, referees and stuff like that. For me, it's a cop-out. VAR referees have made mistakes, continue to make mistakes. They've done it. Listen, all the big games so far, there's been how much media coverage on that. And I don't feel they're going to get those decisions and it's right anytime soon if we keep pumping it on them to say, it's their fault. They go for you, they go against you. Yesterday went against us. It's as simple as that. I remain of the opinion, and I said this in this live stream yesterday to watch along. I remain of the opinion. I've been around football. I've played football. I've managed in football. I've been a long time in football, and I've seen all sorts, especially in a Sunday league level. I know when a player has the opportunity to get the ball, but also use that to leave a print on another player. It's like a 60-40 in your favour. You could get the ball, but it's an opportunity to get the ball and leave one on the player. I'm of the opinion, I remain of the opinion, nothing will change my mind on it, that Romero could have got that ball clean, but used it to try and leave one on the Chelsea player. Obviously, people may argue and say, well, that was his compatriot, Enzo Fernandez, World Cup winning team. Listen, there is no teammates, World Cup winning teammates. There is no national teammate when you are playing for different teams. He doesn't see Enzo Fernandez, he just sees someone in the Chelsea kit. And now I think he's used that moment to leave a print on him. You can see it. If you look at it back, you only look at his facial expressions, you can know when someone's trying to leave something on someone. And I remain of the opinion, and by the letter of the law, doesn't matter nowadays anymore what we think. It's a contact sport, and there's no way you can make a tackle with your... How do you kick a ball, follow it through without your studs showing? You play like little ballerinas, start kicking the ball with your toes, so your studs don't show. It's impossible. But by the letter of the law, and there's a lot of letters of the law that I don't agree with. This is another one of them. They get sent off, and you knew the ones that were reviewing it, it was going to get sent off. But once that's happened, and the goal and the penalty is given, and it goes to 1-1, you're still in the game. Even with 10 men, you're still in the game. What we did after that, for me, is what going down at 9 men, that was just absolutely, that was self-imposed because Udogie's on a yellow card. And we've he's gone and got himself a second yellow, which wasn't necessary to get. But do you know what? It's one of them ones where it's happened and it's done. The game is done. Chelsea win. Congratulations to them. They made the most of the situation, as any decent team should be able to do. It's just, for the Spurs fans, it's always the case. It's like, why does it always happen to against Chelsea? That's the only thing. Which it could have happened against Palace, it could have happened any other team. It had to happen against Chelsea. So we just have to roll with the punches, deal with the fact that what was done is done. Now, the thing is, I'll take 2 defeats in a row, then lose Van der Ven for however many weeks now, because it looks like he's done some damage on his hamstring. 3 matches for Romero, 1 for Udogie. So 3 out of the 4 of the back 4 will be missing against Wolves. Definitely a centre, that's a long time to lose both your centre halves. They won't be playing together for at least 3 games, but it could be longer, even when Romero comes back. That to me is more hurtful than actually losing the game yesterday. Udogie being out, so it's going to be a real makeshift defence against Wolves, and then we've got the international break, but we still have to face another 2 games at least without our 2 centre-halves after that. But the good news is, further forward, we need to find out what's going on with Maddison, but I feel we got, hopefully it isn't too long, but we do have adequate cover in Lo Celso, in Brennan Johnson, who I thought looked sharp, and it was unlucky to go off yesterday, because I thought he was doing really well on that left-hand side, but he can tuck in and play an attacking midfield role, and maybe bringing Richarlison back on the left-hand side. So I'm not overly worried too much, although Maddison is undoubtedly a fantastic player. But I feel like we can cover, and hopefully his injury isn't too bad. But at the back is where the problems lie, because, with Van der Ven, it just goes beyond the 3-game suspension from Romero, but Van der Ven's going to be out for a long time. So hopefully, but the fact that he can walk off the pitch, he had to be helped off the pitch. It looks like he's done some real damage there. And this goes back to the fact that we didn't get adequate cover at centre-back. Is Dyer the answer? Not for me, guys. I respect people that have different opinions, and if that's the case, let me know in the comments below. But, we didn't get the adequate cover for this scenarios. But no excuses. It's part of football. Injuries are part of football. Suspensions are part of football. And losing the game is part of football. What we have to do is dust ourselves off and get ready for Saturday, because it's going to be a tough game away from Wolves, to Wolves. And we'll have to do the best way possible. And other people have said, in regarding, why do we play with a high line with 9 men? That's Ange Postecoglou said it very clearly in the post-match. He won't change the way we play. We will always play. Even if we'd gone, he said it, even if we'd gone down to 5 men, he will still go out giving it a good go. And he won't change the philosophy. The Ange ball's not going to change his philosophy. Other managers, many would have probably dropped and played 9 men outside the box. He does not do that, and he didn't want to do that. And right or wrong as it may be, that's the way he wants it. And I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it, because that's the philosophy, and that's how we play our football. Giving it a good go right to the end. The boys gave everything. I don't think there's much to say to the boys that were out there. I think they were let down by Romero and Udogie, and those 2 players should be held accountable for leaving the other players playing with 9, leaving the team playing with 9 players. The 9 that were out there, including the subs that came on, gave everything that they could, and the fans in the stadium gave every bit of inch of support that they could do. So nothing to say, nothing to recriminate, not even the VAR and the decisions on the pitch, because they know that we know it's been and you can't highlight that too much. We know how it's been the last few weeks, and it will continue to be that, I think, to the rest of the season. Guys, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Agree and disagree, no problem at all. Keep it respectful, guys. Chelsea fans, Arsenal, whoever, I don't care which team you support, Tottenham or none. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Like, comment and subscribe. And as always, forever always, today more than ever, it's come on you Spurs.
The first game we look for, Robbie. Tottenham away. When we got Tottenham away. Tottenham away.